Hello everyone, I all hope you had a very much quite have a wonderful day and a very much quite have a great day indeed, guys. Well, as you can see, guys, today is quite superly beautiful and also quite superly amazing as well. Guys, I'm truly very much quite highly grateful for your guys' support and for you guys exactly staying with me and stick with me through everything else you think and then quite completely means a lot to me as well. One more thing else, guys. Tomorrow, Friday, I'll be able to upload. I'll be able to upload tomorrow's episode on next week Monday or next week Monday morning before we move on to the next one for next week. So just for you guys to know exactly for tomorrow that I'll be able to upload tomorrow's episode on Monday morning as well. For those of you in long YouTube videos who will be able to receive it today, you'll not be able to receiving tomorrow's one. You'll receive it on next week Monday. So the Friday's episode you'll receive it on next week Monday, but from Shorts and to TikTok, you'll always receive Friday's episodes and you'll always receive them as usual, and you'll always receive all the episodes, and especially you'll also especially receive this one's episode today. The gardening people are quietly here today, and Universe is quietly with me as well in the house. So I just actually put her here because the gardening people are here, and she's gonna escape and wreak havoc. So that I cannot exactly afford. But despite that, guys, I appreciate you. Love you so much. Keep shining your light and keep going forward and keep moving forward, no matter how difficult it is. I know you guys got this. And I'm very grateful for you guys for you guys to exactly believe in me as I believe in you as well. Keep shining your light. Have a blessed day and have a great day indeed. I'll see you tomorrow as well on Friday, but on a different time. So let's get back to work. On today's episode, we're to speak about Will Face, who's a very powerful, sinister force of evil and also shadowy mastermind, dedicated and feared throughout the entire Sacred Universe's history by the Four Nation Hunters, the Warlocks, the Druids, the Witches, and the superhuman race. They know him by his true extended name, known as Will Face, known for his true appetite for wanting more control and more power. He possesses destructive infinite power beyond anything else ever known, and Will Face is very dedicated to his goals of control and of power of great nobility, doing whatever it takes in order to bring in chaos and destruction across the entire known universe, and especially throughout the entire sacred universe, all in pursuit of great evolutionary change and controlling the power balance that's been uncontrollable for the past few centuries. He's a very sinister, carefully super strategist mastermind and a very high rank and a very high shadowy tactician, loyal to the cause and loyal to the mission that he's always dedicated himself and obsessed with power and obsessed with winning and any control, willing to making sure that the evolution of the sacred species of the sacred universe of the warlocks, druids, werewolves, witches, and fairies, and warlocks, druids, witches, and fairies, and hive-breeds, and creatures of creatures of both that embody other creatures such as hive-breeds and new breeds and hive-breeds and the new breeds and the old breeds as well, and also the Four Nation Hunter, and also the Four Nation Hunters and the Seven Nation Hunters and the five Nation Hunters, that the chain of command is quietly controlled, and that he is the one pulling the strings at any means necessary. Will Face is willing to even to grant immortal evil superhumans the power to become godlike beings himself, in order for them to controlling the evolutionary stage of power, so that the next species may become its true dominant race and ruler of the entire sacred universe as well, proving that his entire hypothesis will successfully beginning to bear fruit as well. So let's exactly move forward. On the earlier century, Will Face moved on a higher ranking diminished than ever before, known as a force of reckoning throughout the entire sacred universe by killing and dominating as thousands of Viking vampires and wolves across the entire sacred villages, trying to wreaking havoc on a larger control, using special weapons and swords and powerful supernatural powers to which they were quietly new to the Four Nation Hunters. He wreaked a great deal of havoc throughout the entire ancient sacred history, proving that the strongest and the mightiest can become one of the most powerful, formidable warriors ever of all unseen as well. Throughout the following early history, Will-Face exactly literally began his masterous, sinister plan of evolution, trying to controlling the balance of power in its true founding stage, and by making sure that the ancient labyrinth meaning goal will remain highly stable by at all costs, and by any means necessary, by furthering the goals of the ancient criminal organizations, and by orchestrating events beyond the scenes, and by controlling the entire brigade of power. Throughout these ancient events, Wolfface was able to actually precisely in also forming a formidable alliance with an ancient, dark, powerful, cosmic, ancient Lord creature of a being that rules from the cosmos, known as Lord Shadowjack, and providing him unlimited power and an army of supernatural forces and resources beyond anything he's ever seen. In return, Lord Shadowjack will supply him with an army beyond anything else he has never seen as well before, with power and great technology and great technology and with great influential might ever seen. Wolfface exactly accepted the proposition and accepted the high-ranking offer that he will definitely benefit more for the cause and for the goal that he's truly trying to further for his own as well. During the next of the ending of the century, Wolfface also managed to exactly acquire infinite dark knowledge and mysterious power about the dark arts and about the forbidden dark symbols of dark energy and of dark life, trying to exactly understand them, how they precisely work in order for him to actually excuse me just for a minute, in order for him to precisely to harnessing the power, harnessing the power of great life and the forbidden techniques of great shadowy manipulation as well. Throughout the near end of the great centuries, Wolfface has remained in the shadows and becoming a frequent collaborator of an ancient criminal mastermind organization, willing to furthering its goals and mission at any given cost. Given the immortality rate he possesses, he believes that these high-ranking individuals do serve a crucial role and a crucial purpose to his coming goals and to his coming mission, and that he has decided to helping them furthering their mission and their long-term plans and their ultimate goal in the process as well, for soul control and for soul evolution over the entire sacred universe's species and dominance as well, to which it will soon serve his purpose and solidify his goal as well. During the early years, Wolfface has quietly remained within the shadows of the entire sacred great nations, controlling and manipulating powerful, deadly, powerful individuals, using them as means to furthering his ancient purpose and his goals in the ancient criminal organization that he's trying to exactly enforce their goal and their mission to successfully bear fruit as well. Wolfface came to believe that the great sacred great nations will never actually succumb to great peace or to great harmony as well. To which he himself and his great enlightened colleagues themselves also believe that as well. But through sheer force of will, Wolfface exactly reminded the sacred great nations, elders, and also the members of the sacred council of the sacred great nation that they will soon have the power and the great given energy that they are all seeking, to which they will soon have it, as long as in return they serve the organization and by giving it its true purpose and meaning as well through its everlasting days to come, to which they all precisely agree that the deal is highly acceptable as well. On the actual precise day of the 17th of June, Wolfface was partly present during the assembly meeting with the ancient shadowy criminal organization, as all the other members literally reappeared as dark shadowy astral projection through a dark cave, where they begin the full details of furthering their plan and their goal, and especially a great day, especially about the great demise of the original Lord of Magic, who is hereby is being dead and killed, and which created a power vacuum within the Shadow Empire itself as well. Wolfface exactly told the other members that it's time for them to consider the next step of the goal and the next step of the mission itself as well, to which all the other members agreed, and especially the leader himself who precisely agreed with Wolfface as well. On the actual precise day of the the 16th of July, on the 16th of July, Wolfface was able to meet up with an old collaborator who was a very powerful mastermind crime lord of a very sinister island, to where he exactly reassured him that their services are still intact and their partnership still remains the same no matter what, and the deal will soon serving its purpose to strengthening their alliance in a far greater way, as the mastermind collaborator crime lord exactly reassured Willface that the organization's support and his collaboration through the organization will definitely give him more power and more control over the entire sinister supernatural factories that he's willing to seize control of. To which Willface himself began to particularly agree, then that is exactly a true primordial goal as well. On the actual precise day of the 7th of August, Wolfface was quietly able to meet up with an alien warlord tyrant from an abandoned destroyed asteroid world planet, and he exactly gave the alien warlord tyrant a conqueror a powerful proposition for him to conquer the entire known universe and lay waste to the Shadow Empire warlords and commanders, since they serve no purpose to their goals and to their common interests. The alien warlord tyrant conqueror exactly reassured Wolfface, then that is exactly what he's willing to do. To acquiring more power and more control, then that is precisely what he's willing to do as well. On the actual 9th of September, the alien warlord conqueror took on an entire fleet of battle cruisers headed for a mission of total destruction against the Shadow Empire, to which he did exactly just that, as Willface predicted and as Willface exactly encountered on, to which he exactly followed the plan accordingly, forcing the Fire Hunters and the Fairies and the Wizards and the members of the United Heroes to band together to stopping another calamity of a dark, sinister war that could literally bring suffering and chaos in a far way than ever possible. To which they did the right thing by taking down the alien warlord conqueror, and his entire fleet was quietly demolished during the aspect of the incursion. But the alien warlord conqueror exactly told the members of the United Heroes that he was just following the plan accordingly as well, to which they all seemed surprised about whose plan and whose ideas as well. On the actual precise day of the 4th of October, Wolfface was able to meet up with the leader of the ancient criminal organization through his entire dark nation tower, to where they all sat at the chairs that had a purple crystal glowing on top, that had a purple crystal glowing on top of it, to where the leader and Wolfface exactly discussed the recent events, stated to them that Universal Man's powers are needed for one of them to becoming godlike immortal beings, and for them to gain the power to controlling and conquering the entire sacred world and the rest of the sacred great nations and the entire known universe. To which both the other original members and the leader himself began to agree that they have to take action before it becomes too difficult. Wolfface exactly reassured the leader of the organization and the members that he has a plan in mind in order to slow down the process of the founders and of the Order of the Five, just enough time to give another ancient criminal organization more power than ever possible, to which the Order of the 12 and the Universal Prince and the Star Prince will gain more power, and they will use that power for their own use by granting them immense control. That by doing so, the Universal Heroes will be forced to step in. Then they'll play their role as accordingly. To where the leader exactly told Wolfface, then that is how it should be going as well. On the actual precise day of the 21st of November, Wolfface went beneath the sewers of the Seven Nation Hunter City, to where he literally met with a powerful shadowy criminal, with a powerful ancient shadowy criminal being of a creature, of a monster, to where he exactly told the being that the organization is willing to have his information and his services if he's willing to give them what they're seeking. He exactly reassured him that he has an army beyond his entire control, fully ready for deployment. 1,050,000 monsters and powerful genetic clone creatures that have been fully hibernated and created by the Shadow Empire's dark experiments. Some of his forces, of his super agents, have been managed to take control of those laboratories in order to isolate the perfect genetic genome of these creatures, and to using it to create an army unlike any other, to which it will serve their moral and the ancient purpose in a further way. Willface exactly told the ancient powerful ancient collaborator that the army will have to wait just a little bit longer, because right now Lord Jet and Lord Clay are quietly at war with each other. And Lord Jet is more powerful and very, very highly invincible than the original Lord of Magic, and he's very, very powerful with these enlightened members and his ancient organization known as the Order of Power. It would be best for them to slow down their time and allow the heroes to do what they must do. Then they'll act accordingly. To which the collaborator exactly told Willface, then that's how it's supposed to going down as well. On the actual precise day of the 3rd of December, Willface was able to particularly remain within the ancient dark cave of the hideout, absorbing and extracting the natural power and the natural balance power in order for his eyes to change color and glow into a greenish power, and granting him the power of shapeshifting and the power of manipulating matter and energy and mechanical weaponized energy and powers at will, to which he seemed very quietly impressed until his agent exactly told him that the preparations are set to go and that everything else is ready to move forward accordingly. And Willface seemed very surprised and very pleased of that as well. On the actual 8th of January, Willface was able to arrive on planet Earth in the human cities in order to meeting with the operatives on an abandoned building tour. He exactly gave them the assignment and exactly told them that the organization expects these missions and these entire missions to go according to plan without any further notice. And after that, the purpose of the plan will be larger than ever before. To which the operatives reassured them, and that is exactly what they will precisely be doing as well. On the 13th of February, the operatives and the mercenaries completed a debacle that served its true purpose, while the world heroes were completely blindsided by the original attack of the mercenaries and the assassins, not realizing they was part of a larger plan, to which they completely defeated them all and captured them all. But the operatives exactly told the heroes that they have no idea what's coming and that everything is going the way it's supposed to be. During the ambush and during the incursion, that the forces were trying to take gold and power and crystals from the refugees that are being escorted by the world heroes, who are another superhero team that works in the public spotlight of the sacred universe and in the public spotlight of humanity as well, and of the superhuman races as well. Despite that, the world hero leaders and the members seemed highly certain that they know that they exactly meant what they said as well. On the actual 20th of March, Willface met up with Professor War on a different base of headquarters, to where Professor War exactly told him that everything is going according to plan. The operatives have hereby been released under the guise of the white assassins that are working on the behalf of the white power, which means that things can finally begin taking place. And Willface reassured Professor War and the members of the founders that they will receive multitude of gravity-based technology as part of the ancient agreement and a pact as well. To which Professor War exactly told Willface the founders will be very happy about that. The members, the great leaders and masters, will be very happy about that, especially his enlightened colleagues as well. On the actual precise day of the 21st of March, Willface was able to reconvene with the dark members of the dark ancient criminal organization through a dark cave, through a powerful shadowy dark astral projection, to where they all exactly spoke about about finalizing the final plan, and the leader exactly reassured the members that everything now is going according to plan. They managed to balance the odds, and the members of the Order of the Four have agreed to share their resources to them, thanks to the ancient collaborator, that power is about to be under a full control now. To which Willface began to reassuring the members that things can now begin taking their place. Now it's time for the final scope, or the finalizing detail as well, to which furthering their plan is about to be putting it to great use as well. On the actual precise day of the 20th of April, Willface was able to precisely reconvene with the members of the white power on an ancient crystal temple, to which houses ancient mythical paintings about the white dragon, about the red dragon, about how immense destructive powers they possess, and how different hybrids and creatures possess ancient crystal power and ancient water-based powers of manipulating water with the water dragons and with the ice dragons as well. Realizing the power that the fire hunters also possess as well. During the meeting, Willface exactly began to reassure the members of the white power that the plan is quietly going accordingly and that things are about to take a huge, huge, larger turn than ever before. And the members of the white power began to reassure him that the leader and founder of the organization she will be very pleased to know that her plans are beginning to bear fruit as well, to which it has paved the way for the ancient goal as well. On the actual day of the 3rd of May, Wolf-Face was precisely able to return to the ancient mountain hideout, to where he was able to exactly remain under deep sleep for a couple of years, into which he thought he would go back to deep sleep until his sleeper force agent that had the ability and the power to camouflage the environment, exactly told him that the natural creatures and monsters of the sacred natural countries are willing to wage war with the Phoenician hunters and with the power elders for sole control and for sole dominance over the entire sacred great nations. To which Wolf-Face exactly told him, then that is precisely what they should be benefiting on, that calamity, to which will pave a way for them as well. Despite this, guys, Wolf-Face is completely highly resourceful, highly powerful, highly ancient, and highly very dangerous and very skill set, a very skill set powerful, a very skill set powerful mastermind with a higher, darker ambition, and a goal as well from himself in order to furthering the ancient's goals of the ancient dark organization that he has become completely highly affiliated with as well, proving his super strategist, his super tactician, his immortality, long gravity-based powers, the power of swordsmanship, the power of hand-to-hand combat, dark energy matter manipulation, forbidden dark techniques, and mysterious powers as well as teleportation, interdimensional traveling, telepathic hypnosis, mind control power, the power of traveling between space-time dimensions at will, to which you can exactly do that, the power of dark convergence, and the power of absorbing, extraction, detection, and also seeing and sensing a powerful enemy in a deadly threat, resurrection, revival-based powers, shape-shifting based powers, absorbing natural powers and natural gifted energy of controlling biomechanical energy of magic, biomechanical purple energy of energy itself, and also of life creation, darkness creation, evolution creation, the power of manipulation creation and mind manipulation creation as well, and the power of resurrecting and controlling natural environments to his will using lightning, water, fire-based powers and destructive energy-based powers and elemental-based powers as well, proving that he's very powerful and very formidable, feared throughout the entire sacred ancient history by the Phoenician hunters, the warlocks, witches, druids, fairies, and also the fire hunters and the ice hunters as well, knowing that he possessed all the great base powers of the elemental powers of the entire cosmos of the universe, of base gravity-based powers, matter, energy, teleportation, space-time powers, and great powers of crystal and fire-based powers as well, proving that he's beyond no might powerful, and the power elders of the sacred great nations of the sacred universe fear Wolf-Face with all they might, knowing that he poses a threat for him in trying to have power and control over the entire sacred universe, because he's too destructive and unpredictable as well, and very much quietly unresourceful, to which the Phoenician hunters have warned the universal heroes and the members and the allies that Wolf-Face is very dangerous and very powerful, an unknown threat they had never encountered before as well. Due to his super strategist and his tactician, he's very patient and very highly a very greater powerful, powerful ideology that he possesses, and a greater powerful ideology possessing, and a dark philosophy that he possesses, of proving beyond might that he's very powerful and very not meant to be underestimated and not meant to be taken lightly as well. He's very resourceful, very highly influential, respecting all the ancient criminal organization, especially the collaborators he forming alliance with, realizing using their resources, and in return he gives them his resources and their great power, forming their goals and their mission for great control and for great dominance over the entire sacred universe, in all pursuit for power and evolutionary change, to which he's been so obsessed with, in trying to evolving the stage of power and the power and evolving stage of power and trying to evolving the stage of power and the power and trying to evolving the stage of evolutionary power and control at his will. He's very highly skillful in mind manipulation, and very skillful in sensing and in learning a threat and observing and being a key-minded, opening, very wise in learning and seeking out the darkness of others and knowing about it before they can easily make a move, proven beyond might that he has learned everything throughout his following centuries and that he's known not to be underestimated. He respects the leader of the ancient criminal organization, and he does have the power of shadowy dark astral projection, summoning dark creatures and monsters to be his defense and offense, and to defend him and also to protect him at all costs, and unknown forces of evil to also to protect him at all costs. He leads the great organization and his future collaborators and the member, and also believing in its goals and its ancient ways, making sure that the founders and the Order of the Five begin their goal and furthering their interests as well as the organization of the White Power to furthering its goal. And he has learned the hard way that the universal heroes must not be underestimated and that they're not meant to repeating past mistakes ever again, to which will be their greatest downfall as well. And he's pure and beyond might that he's very quietly good in maintaining his individual bases as well as ancient caves and ancient dark crystal temple and his central headquarters, which is an unknown civilization of a dark mysterious cave. Beyond no doubt, it is protected and hidden by an ancient glimmering spiritual energy projection to which he can easily absorb and extract to hide his central headquarters, and he has thousands of them scattered throughout the entire fringes of the sacred universe of the known universe. He knows when a power-hungry alien conqueror wants to conquer worlds and planets, and he uses that to his advantage to furthering the ancient dark organization's criminal goal, using the United Heroes and their allies as pawns in order for them to seize in control for power and evolutionary change. He's a very powerful ideology believer, willing to do whatever it takes to making sure that the sacred creature species of the sacred universe are willing to evolve and adapt to a more further rate, feared beyond doubt by his power and by respecting dark power, and known that he possesses immense, infinite, god-like destructive powers beyond no doubt of gravity-based powers and the power of super speed, telepathic, immortality rate, long gravity, super speed, higher regenerative healing powers, the power of fire, manipulation, water, electricity, lightning, and the power of projection of mist, sand, stone, dust, magic, energy, sand, magic manipulation, dark magic manipulation, matter manipulation, life manipulation, all types of base powers of the universe. He can manipulate all to his great advantage, proving beyond doubt he's powerful. And the power elders of the sacred great nation know very well that Will Face is a threat that they can never be easily maced off, proving that he's very powerful, and he does possess sleeper agents with the members of the organization and with the other collaborators in order to controlling human society to furthering their ultimate goals, proving he's very good in forming formidable alliances with other ancient leaders and powerful dark criminal masterminds to furthering their common interest and their goal as one. No doubt he's very powerful in dark crystal convergence and in energy, possesses mysterious abilities beyond any doubt. Knowing why? He's a mysterious force of evil, and the members of the Universal Heroes and the leaders of the Universal Heroes have learned that the adversaries are very powerful and are very highly formidable, especially when they all join forces as one to aiding each other's goals and common interests for soul control and for soul power. But to Willface himself, it's not just about power and great control. It's about evolutionary change and the dominance and the great soul dominance of the creatures that need to rule the universe and the cosmos and the entire sacred society with an iron fist, willing to give the dark leaders of the sacred natural country worlds the chance for them to ruling humanity with an iron fist, with an army that they possess beyond the entire imagining, to which they do have an army of powerful 1,000, 50,000 armies of natural monsters and creatures at their disposal, ready for world domination, universal domination, sacred great nation domination, cosmetic domination, unknown domination. Proving beyond doubt, they are very powerful altogether and formidable altogether, and they're willing to furthering the goals that they've been given to. And Willface is no doubt patient, resilient, and also cunning as well. Shape-shifting, transformation, and with the power of absorption, extraction, learning, studying, possesses infinite spiritual powers and great infinite knowledge beyond that as well. Towards the members of the Universal Heroes have seen that and they've learned that as well, not to taking things lightly with their enemies and with their forces, especially when they're all joining forces together and forming formidable alliance and creating a network and a chain of command, of creating a powerful, sinister network of operatives and assassins and mercenaries of criminals between the human world and between the sacred universe and between the sacred world, to all of them working together as well, proving beyond doubt that they are indeed definitely powerful as well. Well, guys, that's it for today's episode. I'll exactly see you tomorrow on Friday, take good care of yourself, have a blessed day, and enjoy your day. And love you all, and see you tomorrow on Friday as well. You know how things are gonna go tomorrow on Friday as well. I'll upload tomorrow's episode on next week Monday, and you'll receive it then. Either way, guys, take good care of yourselves, stay blessed, and stay happy. You guys got this. I believe in you as well. Like and subscribe to Billy Yo's channel in YouTube, and as well in TikTok, 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 and YouTube as well. Appreciate your guys' support. Enjoy your day, and have a blessed, great day. Love you, and take care of yourself, and see you tomorrow as well on Friday, and bye.